Alright, let's dive into something that's got the rugby league world buzzing right now. Imagine this. The NRL, Australia's rugby league powerhouse, is on the brink of making a game-changing investment into the Super League. Sounds huge, right? But here's the kicker. This isn't just about money. It's about control, transformation, and the future of the sport. Personally, I think this could be one of the most significant shifts in rugby league's history, and here's why. First off, let's set the scene. NRL officials are literally in England right now, meeting with Super League clubs. This isn't just a casual chat over tea, it's a serious move toward a deal that could see the NRL take authoritative control of the Super League. What makes this really interesting is the timing. Both leagues have just wrapped up massive broadcast deals, the NRL with a staggering 5.3 billion Australian dollars, 2.8 billion pounds, and the Super League with a new-look deal expected to be announced soon. From my perspective, this feels like the NRL is positioning itself as the dominant player in the global rugby league landscape. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. The NRL isn't just throwing money around, they're seeking to understand the mood among Super League clubs. What many people don't realize is that this level of due diligence suggests a long-term vision. It's not just about financial security for the clubs, though that's a huge part of it. It's about reshaping the sport's future. If you take a step back and think about it, this could mean more international games, better player exchanges, and a more unified global league structure. That's massive. Now, let's talk about the clubs themselves. Wigan Warriors and Warrington Wolves are leading the charge here. These two heavyweights are not only advocating for this deal, but are also planning a weekend of games in Dublin in 2027. One thing that immediately stands out is their confidence in this partnership. Wigan's CEO, Chris Radlinski, has been vocal about his support, calling it the start of a significant few months for the sport. In my opinion, this level of enthusiasm from key clubs is a strong indicator that the deal is not just close, but also widely accepted within the community. What this really suggests is that the NRL's influence could extend far beyond the financial. Think about it. With their expertise in broadcasting, marketing, and player development, the NRL could elevate the Super League to new heights. But here's a deeper question. What does this mean for the identity of the Super League? Will it retain its unique character, or will it become more of an NRL offshoot? Personally, I think that's a balance they'll need to strike carefully. A detail I find fascinating is the role of broadcasting in all of this. The NRL's massive TV deal has given them the financial muscle to make this move, while the Super League's upcoming announcement could be the final piece of the puzzle. If Sky Sports ends up showing 2 or 3 games a week, with the rest streamed elsewhere, it could significantly boost viewership and engagement. But what many people don't realize is that broadcasting isn't just about money, it's about visibility, and visibility is what grows a sport. Finally, let's not forget the fans. The Dublin Games in 2027 are a perfect example of how this partnership could expand rugby league's reach. With a potential capacity crowd of 20,000 and the involvement of legends like Andy Farrell, this isn't just a game, it's an event. What this really suggests is that the NRL's investment could turn the Super League into a global brand, not just a regional one. So, where does this leave us? Personally, I think we're on the cusp of something huge. The NRL's investment in the Super League isn't just about money or control, it's about the future of rugby league as a global sport. But here's my closing thought. As we celebrate this potential partnership, let's also keep an eye on how it shapes the sport's identity and culture. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about growing the game, it's about preserving what makes it special. What do you think? Is this the future rugby league needs, or are there risks we're not talking about? Let me know in the comments below.